L'enfer c'est les autres, that is to say, hell is other people. The line comes from Jean-Paul Sartre's play, which he wrote in 1944 by the name No Exit, and it is one of the most quoted lines in existentialism and perhaps the most misunderstood. Now, Sartre wasn't really expressing his frustration with people when he said that hell is other people. Rather, the line itself reflects a deeper idea in existentialism. Ideas of how the perception of others, how others perceive us, can limit our freedom, can shape our identity, and even perhaps become sort of a psychological trap for us. Now, existentialism, as by definition, Sartre defines it as l'existence précède l'essence, which is translated into English as existence precedes essence. It argues that human beings are not born with fixed nature or purpose, and that humans define themselves through their own actions and choices and decisions. Now, what happens in the play is that there are three characters who find themselves being locked in a room after they die, and they await punishment, but nothing happens, nothing comes, and slowly and gradually with time, it becomes clear that there is no need for physical punishment, and that their torment is each other. It is because they constantly manipulate, control, and even arouse each other's worst insecurities. And on top of that, having no mirrors in the room, it becomes pretty difficult for them to understand themselves, because the only way they could understand themselves is through the eyes of the others and how others judge them, how others perceive them. So there is no escape from that judgment as well. So it is in that sense, Sartre is trying to imply here that when we rely too much on how others see us or how others perceive us, we risk losing what he calls the authenticity of life, which is the right way of living. Instead of making choices based on our own true desires, what we do is that we act to gain approval or to avoid rejection. It can be either of society, either of traditions, culture, customs. Now, Sartre believed that we must create our own identity through free choices. But this doesn't happen, because when our sense of self is tied too much to the opinion of others, it becomes really difficult to have your own identity through your own choices. So it is in that way the other people of which the Sartre is talking about, especially when we cannot escape their judgment, when we cannot escape their gaze, they become our tormentors.